Hey, what's up, cool people? My name is Veronica, and sorry for being inactive lately, but it's just that my brother, he went on a school trip, and without him, I can't do my videos because I can't do the editing by myself. So sorry about that. So a lot of people have been commenting and saying that I should do a part 2 on the fire video, and I said that in this video, I would be talking about the after effects, where we were allocated, and things like that. So where I left off on the other video was where we were standing there realizing that we were cold, and then this lady, she came out of her window, she opened her window, and then she told us to come inside her house, and then she offered us tea, she gave us blankets and everything, but I wouldn't take any tea because I was still in shock. And she turned on the news so that we wouldn't be so bored, and it said on the news that there was this church offering support and help to the people from the fire, our fire, of course. And that church was only like a block away, so we took off and said thank you and everything very politely, and we took off to go to the church. And when we got there, they gave us food, they gave us blankets, and they basically gave us shelter for a couple of hours. And my mom had to call my school and tell them that I wouldn't be able to go because of the fire and everything. But imagine how weirded out the principal would have been. Like, oh, sorry, my daughter can't go to school today because my house just burnt down. Wow. Oh my gosh. And like an hour later, the head teacher or the principal and my current teacher at the time, they came in a car, and then they said, oh, can we have Veronica? We want to take her to school to like get away from the situation. And then I was like, oh, seriously? So I had to go. And they gave me shoes. Well, yeah, the teacher, from her own money, she bought me shoes, and she bought me a school sweater or a school jumper from the uniform, and then I had to wear it. And my friends were like, oh, what happened? What happened? I heard the teacher saying that your house burnt down. And I was like the popular kid, and I was like, F yeah. And then when I came back from school, I had to go to this gym because that's where everybody had gone to when I was out at school. And then at that gym, they were telling us where we would be allocated to. My family was supposed to go to West Norwood Hotel. It wasn't really a nice hotel. It was more of like a hostel, and it was right beside the train station, the overground station. And we stayed there for like a week. Then we had to go back to school every day, which took like an hour. And then I was a bit paranoid, so I had to go to therapy, because with any flashing light from cars or anything, which was orange, I would jump with fear and I would start crying, and I would put my face against my pillow and cry for hours. So like, we lived next to a train station, so every time a train passed by, we would be really scared, and we would be like, oh, what's going on, what's going on? And at night, there were these orange lights outside the hotel, and then we couldn't really sleep because of them. And it was getting close to Christmas, so my dad decided that we were not going to spend Christmas in a hotel. So we started searching for a house, and then finally we found the one I currently live in, but it's smaller than the other one we had, so bummer. And I'm not sure if all of you know, but in New Year's Eve here in London, they have like this big firework display in central London, around the London Eye, where thousands of people, they gather around and then they just celebrate the new year. And it's really awesome, but we couldn't really go, so we had to stay home and watch it on TV. And when it was happening, I just had to go under the covers, and I just hid myself because I couldn't bear watching it on TV. That's how bad I was. And then that's when my mom, she decided that I needed to go to therapy, because she found out that I was the most affected one out of my other two brothers. So I had to go to therapy for 2 months. I think it was in January when I started going. So yeah, then after that, our lives went pretty much back to normal. Got a new TV, phones, a new PS3, and stuff like that. And even up to this date, every time I hear car alarms, I get flashbacks and stuff, because a lot of car alarms also went off in the fire. So as I mentioned before, this is something that happened to me 3 years ago, and I will never forget it. And by the way, if you have any video suggestions for me, as long as they're not too crazy, just post them in the comment section, and the best one I'll try and do. Anyway guys, that's it for me. Stay cool and see you later.
Sticky out!
I'm dry. I need patrol!